Alright guys, welcome back to another market overview video. So if we begin talking about, and if you guys heard that noise, I'm sorry. If we begin talking about last week was a bad week, for me at least. We had 2 weeks in a row which were pretty good, but then this last week was not good at all. I'm looking at the numbers here while I talk, and I don't believe I won a single trade. Maybe one. I lost 2 big ones. Yeah, so this week I'm gonna make a long market overview video. We're gonna talk about the week, which last week I'm gonna show you the trades, some of the trades I took. We're gonna be talking about next week and what we can expect when going into next week. The reason I am making a long video is because I just painted up a canvas and I'm waiting for it to dry. And rather than literally wait for a paint to dry, I thought I'll be just chatting here on the video. I have my coffee ready here. I hope that you guys like that. I tried to keep these videos what's it called, light and not the normal ABCD teaching things, just going through things. I wanna make these videos like you guys were here and I was actually talking to some of you, but in real life I'm just talking to myself. But if you were here, I would certainly get a sip of my coffee, like so, and keep talking. So I thought I'd just show you guys before we begin. I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna change the numbers here. The starting equity. Change that. Okay, I'm gonna show you the money management spreadsheet I use, which I begin using this year. I think it's started in February, I think, my trades for this year. If you watched the videos, you know why I wasn't trading January and December. But yeah, I'm gonna change the numbers here. My equity, because I don't want you to see my my equity, for a simple reason. It's not that I don't like to show you guys or share with you guys how much money I have in my account, which I actually, if I think about it, I wouldn't want to share anyways. But the main reason is it shouldn't matter how much money I have in my trading account. It really doesn't mean anything when it comes to technical analysis and trading in general. And I'm sorry, you guys are watching the blank screen. I'm on the other screen here. So yep, I changed it right here. So if this is the money management spreadsheet I designed, or I didn't design it. I made it look this way. Of course, I didn't design the strategy. But I just changed it into my starting equity into $10,000. If that was my starting equity, my initial units, if I began with 10,000, would be 1. So this is how the whole thing looks. Here you can see my number of trades, like so. There are a lot of minuses in there, right? But as you can see, if we take a look at our curve here, we took a beating and then we've salvaged things, and we are hopefully this week going into a new structure high right here. You can see that this is kind of like the market. Here you can see the weeks. So this is the first week, second week, third, fourth, 5. Here you can see the really good week, number 6 and number 7. These were the 2 weeks we talked about. So all the way from February, for me, it's been pretty rough, but we managed to salvage things last 2 weeks, and then we're back to minus 241 last week. This is of course talking in pips, but I am not worried at all because like you see here, we've broken through, made a new structure high, and I'm confident that next week will be super good. So right now, let's take a look at the market, and let's start with the euro dollar. Like I said, I'm gonna make this a long video, so let's analyze this. Let's start on 4 hour, and I'm gonna show you this is the trade I took last week on the euro, like so. Here I went short right here on this pin bar candle, if you can see that. So this looks super well. You can see the structure points right here and right here. So, but obviously the market got pushed. Obviously the market pushed through. So no win there. But let's take a look at the market for next week. So I don't know if you guys remember, a few weeks ago I placed this yellow line and this red box right here. We had a ABC or we had a bat pattern on the daily completing right here. So this is a pretty old red box, and the red box represents structure, resistance. So my thoughts on the euro dollar right now, since we've broken through, we can take a look at the 1 hour right here. So this is basically what happens. We break through, come back right into our previous resistance, now acting as support. You can interpret this as one move right here, and the market is pulling back right here into structure, support, and we'll do something like this. So I will be taking a look at this level right here, this red box right here. I think the market could push higher. Obviously you can see that the 45 even is right here, I'm going to be taking a look at that. Is this the reversal right here? Could be right here. I don't really see an entry point or nothing on this chart as of right now. do believe that the market may push a little higher here, and I think I'll be looking for a short on the euro dollar coming into next week. I'm gonna take a look at the, let's take a look at the daily for a minute. Here's the red box. As you can see, we have the levels right, this level right here, these levels right here, and this level right here, which are the most interesting levels since we've broken through right here, like so. But this actually could end up, yeah, there's something wrong with TradingView. I can't remove my arrows or anything, so I'll have to hide it, which is weird. Yeah, so basically that's my my opinion on the euro. I think I'll be looking for a short entry on the euro when we come up into these two levels right here. Let's get a better perspective of this. Yeah, you can see that the yellow line and the red box right here, these are the main, this is the main area which I will be looking for. We can also do something like, this is the bat pattern, I think. Let me check it out. Isn't this the, yeah, you can see this is the bat pattern right here, like so. We're right at the entry on the daily. So that's my opinion on the euro dollar. We can even put in a, we have an ABCD here, right? I'm sorry about the clutter of things. We even have an ABCD right here and some fibs right here. The 127. We are near or at the 127 right now. We've hit it on the daily, and then the market got sucked a little lower. So yeah, definitely take a look at this red area right here for a short entry. As you can see right here, this is the 127. You can see we went right into it, and then we got a little lower. But yeah, that's all on the euro. Let's take a look at the pound dollar, and I'm not going to be going through every pair. Let's just take a look at a few pairs. So the pound dollar, I am currently long on the pound dollar of this thing right here. So bad pattern somewhere around here. I know that this is pretty close, so check your data. As you can see right here, you can see we barely hit the 50%, making it a valid bad pattern for me. But check your data, guys, on your on whatever platform you're trading. So yeah, on the bad pattern, we did break the X right here. So this would be an excellent opportunity for you to use the graceful exit strategy if you have that in your trading plan. I won't be using it just because I think it messes with my mind. So I'll just, if I'm being honest, I'm not a strong believer that the market is going to push up to right here or even the 38th. We're at the entry right now, so if the market opens, if you guys are long on the bat pattern as well, I mean, if you have the graceful exit, I would suggest that you may consider using this, because it did break the X and we have a strong resistance right here on this green line. I haven't checked it out, but there has to be a reason for me drawing it in somewhere. Yeah, right here. You can see that the box and the resistance is right here. Dum, 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 dum. Right here. So I think it's a real possibility that the market is gonna do something like this. Right, so yeah, if you have the graceful exit, you might think about using it on the pound dollar. Let's check out the dollar yen. How long have I been recording? I have no idea at all. But like I said, I like to keep things light, not restricted. So I hope you guys like that as well, and that I'm not just feeding you guys some information. The dollar yen. Let's check out the 4 hour on the dollar yen. Let's see what the dollar yen has been up to. Okay, so we have this consolidating area right here and right here, and as you can see that the market has just been trading up or down, up, down, up, down, up, and we're getting down to this point right here where the consolidation has been restricting itself. So if the market comes down to this area right here, somewhere in this in this purple, let's check out, let's do something like this. On the 4 hour you can see, boom, let's clone this bad boy, clone. See that the market, it's a harmonic move, it's not an ABCD, I believe. Let's check it out. No, it's not. It's a harmonic move, or yeah, I forget. I'm not supposed to say the harmonic move word, but we have that, and I'm thinking about a long right here, somewhere around this area, right? You can see my reasoning for the long, right? Structure, structure, structure. You can probably zoom back and find some more. What the hell is going on with these lines? There's too many lines here. But around this area, let's go back to the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, this is our area. We have a little, let's check out the 15 minutes so you guys can see it a little better. So if you're looking for like a short-term day trade or something like that, this might be interesting to you guys. We have here a wedge pattern. We have some RSI divergence. Not a lot, but some. We have the market nearly overbought on my extreme conditions. So you could seek for push to the upside on the opening. Let's see how the market opens. I would prefer, let's go back to the 1 hour. I would prefer to see something happening inside this area. but you see the wedge pattern. Why can't I remove this? You see the wedge pattern right here. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, that's my, I think that's it for dollar yen. Take a look at this area right here. I mean, there is, of course, there is some structure right here as well. Where are we? Right here. Right? Can you see it? We can use this red line where the market is right now. We can zoom back. Right here, you have some structure as well. So it's not a stupid idea to if you were to go long right now. It's not a I don't think it personally. I don't think it's a fantastic idea. It's not the best. It's not the best trading opportunity I've seen. But I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. If you think that this is a good opportunity, then go ahead and trade it. But I would prefer to see it go a little lower, somewhere around this area right here. Pound yen. How long have I been recording? Same thing on the pound yen. You can see that this is some old structure box I've drawn in. You can see the structure right here, right here, right here, right here. So if we draw another box, what was I looking at? Maybe from here to here, like so. We're inside that area. We have that same wedge. It's not really easy to see, but we have that same thing going on. You can see that the market is doing this, and the market is doing this, right? Divergence. But what really concerns me is that we've broken through. So the market may, so if I draw it in for you exactly, let's say that the market is going to actually I would like to see the market go a little lower, but let's say that the market is going to go long right now, put in a outside return. This right here, somewhere around this area right here, this would not be far-fetched as well. So I wouldn't look for a trend reversal. Well, there's not trend. I wouldn't look for a reversal to the upside. Of course, we're in a strong move right here. This is, as you can see that the market is respecting this area. So we have the RSI oversold. So this is not a bad area, both on the pound yen and the dollar yen. I would prefer the pound yen setup. Of course, these two pairs are correlated. Let's check out the correlation between these two boys. Yeah, it's the weekend, of course. Can see it. But yeah, that's what I think about the pound yen. Take a look at this area right here. And if we break through, let's say that we break through the area, do something like this. A push to the structure, and guys, you can see how powerful an area this is right here. I would then search for a push to this area right here, and another short I believe, following the trend. Let's check out Euro Yen. Well, let's not check out another yen pair. It's pretty much the same thing. Let's check out, because I'm gonna call this a day. This is just the Aussie CAD and the Aussie dollar are just mayhems. Let's check out the Aussie CAD. We can do something like this. We can like create a like a trend line thingy. And you can see that the market is actually respecting these trend lines pretty well. Looks like we missed the short on the Aussie CAD. Let's check out if we didn't quite get to the 38. Can you see how close it is? Super close. And I would have got short of the Aussie CAD last week on a cipher pattern, but like you can see, we did not touch the 38. You can see how close it is. It's so frustrating sometimes, especially if the market just goes down from there. I remember when I was taking a look at this, how I wanted to go short of a cipher that wasn't a cipher, and that's a rule. That's a lesson to you all. Respect your rules. I respected mine in this case, and I would have become a winner, but that's another thing. But I want to show you guys how the candles can tell us a story. I know I've said this before, but if you take a look at the chart and you zoom back a little, can you see how these wicks are all over the place, especially right here. Right here, the wicks are just screaming at me to go short, because obviously there is something right here that is holding the market, and guys, we don't know what is holding the market, and frankly I don't give up, the S word, but something is holding the market right here. And you can see that the market tries and 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 tries, and finally we let go right here. Is this gonna be a move to this trend line? Possibly, possibly not. So don't just go short right here and expect this to happen. I'm not saying that. There isn't really an opportunity to go short for me, at least right now. Of course, the market could break through. It's possible as well. So the thing is about this, the market overview thing, I don't want to be telling you to trade something. I see this all the time. People are posting on Facebook and Twitter and whatever, follow me, make X amount, 1,000 of euros each week, and guys, you just gotta call bullshit on that one, right? If okay, let's say that the guy that is posting on Facebook, that if you follow him, you pay him 25 bucks a month or whatever, he will give you signals, and you'll be making 5,000 euros a month. Where's the logic in that? First and foremost, you will have to have the capital to risk to gain 5,000 euros a month. I'm not saying it's not possible. If I have 250,000 euros, it's well possible for me to make 5,000 euros a month, right? You gotta put things in perspective. If I have 1,000 euros, I'm not gonna be making 5,000 euros in a month. I might get lucky, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it isn't possible. Everything's possible. But if we stay realistic about these things, and if we want to make these things our career, and we want to be, uh, you know, consistent about these things, making this kinds of money with small capital isn't really realistic. And I can assure you that these dudes on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook, and all over the place that are telling you to buy their stuff, their signal service, and you will become a millionaire. I mean, if I was a millionaire, I wouldn't be posting these things on Facebook, right? Just, doesn't make sense. I'm not a millionaire. If I were a millionaire, I wouldn't be posting things on Facebook. I wouldn't be doing any of the things I'm doing. That's just the hard, cold fact. It's the truth. Do I survive nicely? Yes, I do that. But I am. I'm not traveling on private planes and yachts. If that puts things in perspective for you guys. And that's the thing about, like I was talking about, the money management sheet. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter how much money I have, or the guy on Instagram or Facebook. Doesn't really make any difference how much money we have when you don't have that amount, right? I can show you I can show you my bank account and my statements and all these things, and that doesn't really change anything for you, right? That just changes things for me. So I get that people want to follow other people that have a lot of money, and they want to know how they made that kind of money. I get that, but um, it doesn't really make sense to follow someone on something when you don't really know how they gained their money, right? Did they gain their money from nothing, or are their daddy a millionaire and gave them shit lot of money, and they're just gambling at online and just trying to be popular on Instagram? I mean, you gotta wonder. You can't take everything just and eat it up, right? It doesn't really make sense. It's like these Nigerian cheats, these email scams that were really popular a few years ago uh, in my country, and I'm actually talking from experience. So I'm not saying anything bad about Nigeria or anything. Just there was these chain emails that came to people about a Nigerian prince, and this was a few years ago, and basically what it says is, I'm a prince, I have a lot of money, I just need 5,000 euros or $5,000 to sort out some legal fees and stuff like that. If you give me that $5,000, I will give you a percentage of my millions, right? So that's the whole concept, and you're supposed to send that guy $5,000, and he's supposed to send you back a percentage of his millions, right? But obviously that's a scam, right? Because so many things on the internet is a scam, and you gotta sort through these things to just to be able to have the opportunity to make money online, right? And the forex market is a good way to make money online if you learn it properly, because, like I've said, learning to trade isn't really hard. The skill isn't really hard, right? The hard thing is to actually keep it and not gamble it away, um, and yeah, and stuff like that. So I believe my paint is dry, so I'm gonna call this a day. If you listen to the whole thing, big up for you. One thing, yeah, I'm going to be next week, or I'll be posting another video next week, and I'll be talking about. I'm thinking about going to this site Twitch.tv. Just take a look at it. Twitch.tv. That's my friend Daniel, which has is a poker player, professional poker player. Yeah, this site right here that makes people able to stream live. It's a live stream thingy, and I'm thinking about doing like a live stream on the market, on the forex market, where you guys can just tune in, watch me do what I do, and probably be talking more than trading. But I would really appreciate it if you would leave like a comment below this video if you're still here. If you guys wanna see me do that, because I think it's free. I think I'll be able to do that for like. I think it's pretty easy. So other than that, if you follow me on tradingview.com, I know I didn't give you guys any trade ideas, but not a lot in the market for me right now. Of course, I just wanna see how the market opens. Maybe I'll do another video tomorrow. I want to see how the market opens and see what it does before actually before I think about doing a trade. This is actually an interesting one just because I said that. See, this is a really simple structure. Outside return, new structure, low right here, boom, and as you can see that the market pushed all the way up to here. We did not close above this structure, so this is an interesting short right here. You can see we did get a lower close right here. So if we were to enter, this would actually be a, what's the ATR right here? 20, let's just say 40 right here, 40-60, about a 1.5 to risk to reward. I would actually prefer to go over this right here, so about 1-to-1 for trend continuation right here. We can even shoot for bigger targets even. 127, yeah, that's the line right here. You see the structure points right here. So we could do something like this. This would not be ridiculous. This is a fairly decent trade setup. I'm going to be taking a look at this when the market opens, just because of the risk to reward. The ATR is pretty nice, and we'll see pretty close, pretty fast how the market is going to act, if it's gonna push back or push down or break above these highs right here. But yeah, take a look at that. I'll be doing another video sometime next week. I'm gonna go paint a painting because that's what I do now. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, on every social platform you can find, and I'll see you guys next time.